All right, so welcome to the full moon of April 2022. And I thought it's not even a normal night that we do our meditation time together, but I couldn't let this day just pass by without coming together and just sitting and realizing the power of this time and the season of the cycle of the lunar phases. And as I'm seated right here, I can see the moon just over the top of my house, and it is covered with clouds. And I think that's just the perfect reminder that even though we can't always fully see it, it is always there. And so tonight, during our time together, we're going to focus on the messages that the moon reminds us of. We feel so many connections to the lunar cycle because we are so filled with water ourselves, just as the human beings that we are. And so it's only natural that we find that connection and we find those reminders and we let it encourage us and allow us to give ourselves a little more grace and understanding, and sometimes to help explain why we feel the way we do and why we do the things we do. So let's get comfortable where we are seated. And even if you are indoors, just know that I am coming and sharing this space with you with this big full moon just right above my head. I want you to begin to find just a nice, even pace of breath. Just letting the busyness of this Saturday go, all those chores and extra things we try to get done on the weekends, just leave them behind you. And let's spend these few minutes that we have together finding a little comfort, finding a little peace, finding a little light. And so without me telling you the rhythm of my breath, I want you to find your rhythm. And just allow your mind to clear just a bit until you can catch a glimpse of this present moment, the here and the now. Not thinking about the moments that have already come and gone, and certainly not borrowing the worry of the moments that have not even begun yet. Here and now. So I want to take our meditation time through 3 phases tonight. Just 3 short little phases, very similar to those phases of the moon. And so as you continue to find this nice and easy rhythm of breath, we're going to let this first phase be one of cleansing. We're going to use the breath to do it. So just make sure that you are comfortable, that your shoulders are relaxed, that you feel grounded where you are seated. And what I'll do is, as we breathe in and out together, I'll share the affirmations that I've planned for each phase. I'll say them a few times, and then we'll just sit quietly together and see what that phase can bring to each one of us individually. So breathing in, I find fullness. And breathing out, I find release. Breathing in, I find fullness. Breathing out, I find release. Breathing in, I find fullness. Breathing out, I find release. Breathing in, I find fullness. And breathing out, I find release. Now I want us just to sit for this next moment together with the cleansing nature of our breath. Because on the inhale, we do experience the fullness, but we can't get the fullness if we don't find release. There has to be a cleansing, a letting go, to truly get the benefit of what that breath has for us. So one more time, breathing in, I find fullness. Breathing out, I find release. Now let's just sit and let the breath cleanse, one breath at a time. And as we experience the cleansing power of our breath, let's go to the second phase that I have for you tonight. It says, our breath is used to still the fluctuations of our mind. Because that first phase of cleansing is only truly as good for us as our mind lets it be. So we're going to go through these next two affirmations and let's try to use them to still, S-T-I-L-L, still the fluctuations of your mind. Because the more still that your body becomes, sometimes the more active the mind wants to be. So first we use the breath to cleanse. Now we'll use it to still the mind. So sitting up a little taller, still allowing those shoulders to relax. Breathing in. My physical body finds relaxation. Breathing out. My mind finds stillness. Breathing in. My physical body finds relaxation. Breathing out. My mind finds stillness. Breathing in. My physical body finds relaxation. And breathing out. My mind finds stillness. Breathing in. My physical body finds relaxation. And breathing out. My mind finds stillness. And so now for this next moment, let that phase, the filling in of the beautiful energy that your breath gives you, bring a little more relaxation and calm to your body. And then as you breathe out, let the same thing happen to your mind. If the thoughts try to take you somewhere, come back to the breath. Because breathing out, our mind finds stillness. Breathing in, my physical body finds relaxation. And breathing out, my mind finds stillness. So our first phase, we looked at the cleansing nature of what the breath can be. And then we moved on to the stilling, the calming, the ease that it can bring to our mind. So now for our final affirmation as we close our time together. Even though you can't see it, I want to tell you that big, gigantic full moon is right above my head. It's muted and dim just a bit because of the clouds, but it is there. And so we're going to use the breath to remind us that as the moon goes through the phases, it's still whole. And the same can be said for us. Some of our phases are short-lived in life, and some of our phases are long and arduous. Just like that moon through them all, we're whole. And so then sitting up just a little bit taller, feeling that confidence in these words that I'm going to share with you, so that hopefully they can become yours as well. Breathing in, I am whole. Breathing out, I am enough. Breathing in, I am whole. Breathing out, I am enough. Breathing in, I am whole. And breathing out, I am enough. And so as we sit together for this last moment of quiet, I just want to tell you, and hopefully so that you can believe, that even on those nights when you can't hardly see the moon, it is just a tiny sliver in the sky, you know in your logical mind that that whole moon is there. I need you to be just as confident about yourself. No matter what traumas or stress or just sheer busyness that you are going through, you are whole. And then I need you to believe that that wholeness is enough. There is nothing more that's being asked of you. You are enough. So breathing in, I am whole. And breathing out, I am enough. And now let's sit together collectively, but individually, finding trust in those words for ourselves. Let that sound bring you back together where we are in this collective space. And if you can, just continue to sit comfortably with your eyes closed for this last little moment that we have together. And I don't know if you could hear the chimes when I first finished those last affirmations, but there's chimes on my porch that were given to me right after my mom passed away. And they were said to be my reminder that she is always here. And as soon as I finished saying, I am whole and I am enough, the wind blew just ever so slightly right here on my back porch, and the chimes made their noise just for a few seconds. So I have my reminder that I am whole and I am enough, and the confidence that she gave me and the legacy that she left me. And if you don't have a connection like that, the one thing we all have that is the same is that visual in the sky tonight and tomorrow night and the night after that. No matter what phase that moon is in, our logical mind knows it is whole. I need you to believe the same about you. Some of the phases will be short. Some of them will be long. But through it all, remember you are whole and you are enough. Namaste.